Hey everyone, welcome back to PTPioneer, and in today's episode we're going to be covering the steps to become a personal trainer. Be sure to check out the certification quiz over at the PTPioneer homepage. This will help you determine which certification is best suited for you. And if you have selected a certification and you're looking for additional study materials, head over to traineracademy.org. They offer an exam pass guarantee and you can cut your study time in half, so definitely go ahead and check that out in the links in the description. As this video is going to be a very long one, go ahead and smash the like button, guys. It definitely helps out the channel, and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you guys want to stay updated with new videos coming out on this channel. Now, if you've gone ahead and done all of that, let's go over the steps on how to become a personal trainer. First things first, let's talk about the prerequisites to personal training. In this section, we're going to be covering the educational requirements and the prerequisites that you would need to get started as a personal trainer. Pretty much every certifying agency requires you to be at least 18 years old, and you need to have a CPR AED certification. Additionally, you also need to have a high school diploma or something equivalent. Pretty much every certifying agency requires you to have your CPR AED certification before you even take the exam, or sometimes even before you can purchase the certification program. Most of these CPR AED certifications will last around 4 hours. During this time, you'll learn how to do things such as chest compressions or even how to operate an automatic external defibrillator. Two of the most popular places that you can get this certification are through the American Heart Association or the American Red Cross. Some of you may have also heard that you need to hold a bachelor's or master's degree in order to become a personal trainer. This may be true, however, only for the most advanced certifications as a personal trainer or strength and conditioning coach. So this is only applicable if you are applying for specialized certifications. Now, you may also be wondering about personal training licenses. In regards to this, pretty much all you need is a personal training certification, as long as it's NCCA accredited or accredited by the DEAC. Now, once you've selected a certification, you need to pass all of the requirements, go through all of the studying, and take the final exam. Once you pass the exam, you're on your way to becoming a fitness professional. Next up, let's talk about how to get certified as a personal trainer. One of the most important steps to becoming a personal trainer is getting your certification through a reputable certifying agency. When it comes down to this, you need to select a personal training certification that both fits your schedule and gives you the proper knowledge. Right now, there are dozens of different personal training certifications on the market, each of them emphasizing a specific training style. Additionally, you may run into some possible online scams where you can get your certification over a weekend course. Most employers won't be able to accept these as they aren't accredited by the NCCA or the DEAC, so be wary of those. The top 3 certifications that we normally recommend for upcoming personal trainers are the ones from NASM, ISSA, and the ACE certifications. Again, when it comes to picking and choosing a specific certification that is best suited for you, you also want to keep in mind what sort of clients they want to train. Different clients have different requirements for their training, and thus this is a very important aspect of choosing a certification. So make sure you're checking which sort of client that you're trying to train, as well as the certification that would match, and you are also getting the additional study materials that you need to better prepare yourself. Go ahead and check out Trainer Academy, as you can cut your study time in half, and they also offer an exam pass guarantee. Now, choosing the right certification can be kind of difficult. One of the most significant factors in choosing a certification is the overall cost. The average price for a personal training certification currently is roughly around $500. This price range can be more or less depending if you have a discount. And another additional factor to consider is the length of time it takes to become a personal trainer. For the most basic personal training certifications, you can expect to get your certification roughly between 3 to 6 months. This is the general amount of time for most individuals, and you can probably cut this down to 1 or 2 months if you really try to cram all of the information. However, this is not advised. If you do happen to have a background in something like exercise science or kinesiology, this can definitely cut down this study time. However, we would recommend taking as long as you need. Now that you've selected a certification, all you have to do is start studying and pass your certification exam. Most certifying agencies have different study packages that you can choose from when you're preparing for your final exam. Some of these packages may include multiple books to choose from, or some of them will only have a single textbook. Some of these study packages may also include some additional study materials such as lecture videos or some additional study questions and practice exams. Almost every certifying agency has an in-person workshop for you to get hands-on experience. Some additional study materials can also take the form of flashcards, so there's going to be multiple packages that you can choose from in order to better prepare yourself for your exam. Before you pick and choose a personal training package, it's best to understand which study method is best suited for you. Overall, it's better to understand which learning style is best suited for you. That way you can choose which personal training package to purchase. Now, if you're still deciding on a personal training certification that is best suited for you, you can also pick up a general kinesiology textbook. This is mainly due to the fact that some of the information that's found in the curriculum for the personal training packages and that specific textbook might also be the same. The biggest problem with this, however, is that some of this information and the textbooks are hard to access or it's very expensive. You can find some of this information for these kinesiology textbooks over at places such as innerbody.com or biodigital.com. And you can also find some additional study materials for these certifications on the main PTPioneer website. Now, another option to learn how to become a personal trainer is by shadowing a personal trainer. Now, if you have a friend or a family member that is a personal trainer, it's worth it to ask them if you can shadow one of their training sessions. Now, if they say yes, be prepared to take some notes and be careful not to disturb their training session. Now, when it comes to taking the personal training exam, most of the certifying agencies have a very similar structure when it comes to their final exam. For example, most certifying agencies have a multiple choice questions section in their exam, with some of the questions being scored and non-scored. Some of them also have some essay sections or case study questions that are in the final exam. Some of these final exams have essay questions or some case study questions. And if you're in the process of setting a test date, but you're not entirely comfortable, it's better to set the test date a couple months ahead. Now, if you have all of your study materials and you're still worried about passing the final exam, there are some free study materials over at PTPioneer.com. Additionally, you can get some premium study materials over at Trainer Academy. Now, once you've passed the exam and you've gotten your certification, it's time to start job hunting as a personal trainer. Most of the time, you can get started with this right away, as you can get your certification within a few weeks after passing the test. You can either start working at a corporate gym such as 24 Hour Fitness, or maybe even at a local studio. Another option is to start working for yourself by bringing clients into your own personal training space or doing some things completely online. Working for a corporate gym or a health club is probably the most common first step as a personal trainer. These are excellent options for a first-time personal trainer, as you'll get a consistent flow of new clients coming in. You'll get a lot of experience working extremely fast with a lot of clients. However, you'll only make around 1/3 of what your client pays, mainly just for your time and expertise. The average hourly rate is going to be around $20 an hour when we compare that to what the client pays, which is going to be roughly between $50 to $60 per session. Now, working for a local gym or studio can be more profitable, as you won't be splitting the amount of money that your client is paying. Now, the biggest drawback to this is that you won't have a steady flow of new clients coming in. However, if you're confident in your sales skills as a personal trainer, most of the time this won't be a problem. Now, once you've built up a decent network and you have a solid reputation for delivering results, most of the time clients will start coming to you naturally. Now, the last option is to start your own personal training business. This is going to be the most profitable, but this is also one of the most difficult processes. Now, starting a personal training business is going to be probably the most profitable, but this is also the most difficult. The first reason is that you don't have a full gym full of members looking for a personal trainer. Again, you'll have to start building your network in order to find individuals that are looking for your service. Additionally, you also have to be a proficient salesperson, as you will be a part of every single new agreement that comes in for a personal trainer. Now, when it comes to this scenario, there are 4 main necessities to getting started with your personal training business. The first is finding a personal training space to conduct your sessions. This is mostly dependent on the essential training equipment that you would need in order to train your clients. Some options for this would be training at your own home, training at your client's home, or renting out a space. If you do require some additional equipment that is very large, such as squat racks, you might need a studio or a personal training space. With this, you need to factor in how much the equipment will cost, as well as the rental for the space every single month. Additionally, you also need to ensure that your training location is clean, spacious, and safe. Now, the last option that you can also do is training outdoors. The equipment that you would need will depend entirely on the clients that you will train. For example, if your clients are athletes that are focused on peak performance training, you do need some resistance equipment. Things such as squat racks, benches, and Olympic weightlifting platforms are going to take up a lot of space. Again, you won't be able to do all of this stuff outdoors, so it might be worth it to rent out a studio space. However, if your client base is mainly individuals that are focused on mobility and flexibility training, you can get away with a lot less. You would only need something such as Bosu balls and some light dumbbells. And not only is this equipment very light and portable, it's also not as expensive. You can easily fit this equipment in your car or even a space in your home office. So in summary, the equipment that you will have to purchase and use will also depend on the types of clients that you will end up training. Now, requiring liability insurance is also another key aspect to becoming a personal trainer. Since you aren't working at a corporate gym that would supply this liability insurance, it's up to you to acquire it on your own. There are dozens of companies that provide liability insurance for personal trainers, and large certifying agencies such as ACE or NASM also offer this for personal trainers at an additional cost. Now, besides going through a certifying agency, there are dozens of options out there depending on how much you need to be covered. On the lower end of the price range, it will cover damages up to $1 million per year, and on average, this will cost around $150. For anyone that's starting your personal training business, this is going to be more than enough, and this will cover any medical and legal expenses put against you. Now, besides liability insurance, it's also worth it to insure your gym and fitness equipment. As we mentioned previously, having sales and marketing skills is also an important factor for a personal trainer. If you don't have the necessary networking and sales skills as a personal trainer, unfortunately, you won't make it far in the business. One good way to practice your networking skills is to ask your clients if they do know anyone that is looking for personal training. Additionally, you can also brush up on these skills by reading about them through various books. Now, one way to make a significant income as a personal trainer is to set up a corporate wellness program. Most employers that want to incorporate some form of health and wellness program might look towards your services. One way to do this is to approach corporate organizations with a sales pitch indicating how this would be beneficial for them and their employees. This is also where your communication and sales skills will come in handy. Now, another important tool when it comes to becoming a personal trainer is the management software that you use. Typically, health clubs use this technology to make your job as a personal training or health coach even easier. And there are some applications such as Trainerize or PTPioneer that help streamline your work as a personal trainer. Some additional business management software can also do things such as scheduling events and setting up workshop times. Additionally, you'll also be using some business management software in order to schedule events, set up workshop times, or even make payments. Lastly, you also need to develop the right attitudes and behaviors as a personal trainer. Being comfortable in a one-on-one setting and having good social skills is extremely important. This is mainly due to the fact that you'll be working one-on-one with clients for the majority of the time. Additionally, having excellent listening skills and communication skills are essential as a personal trainer. For clients to trust you as a personal trainer, you need to carry yourself confidently. If you are lacking confidence in your skills or your communication, then they will definitely notice that and they'll have less confidence in you. Additionally, you also need to be living a healthy lifestyle. As a personal trainer, it also pays to, as a personal trainer, you also need to be practicing what you preach. As you are teaching healthy lifestyle habits for your clients, you also need to be adhering to these as well. Now, the last part of becoming a personal trainer is the specialization and the continuing education process. Most certifying agencies require you to recertify with them every 2 to 3 years and have proof of the continuing education. Now, there are different areas where you can get your continuing education from. You can get this from various things such as fitness workshops in your area, and another option is to get a advanced or specialized certification. Normally, the second option is a good idea because having additional certifications will also give you a more diverse portfolio as a personal trainer. Now, when it comes to specialization, you might be finding yourself gravitating towards one specific style of training. For example, you might be working with individuals with muscular imbalances, and you would want to work more so towards corrective exercise. Getting specialty certifications as a personal trainer can also boost your skills and potentially lead to more income. These types of specialty certifications will fall under most of the certifications that you would look for specialty certifications will fall under various types of training. There are dozens of other specialist certifications such as a weight loss specialist certification. There are dozens of specialized certifications out there such as a weight loss specialist certification or a youth exercise certification. So overall, there are dozens of options to choose from. It just depends on your style of training that you prefer. So in conclusion, that is all of the information that you would need to know in order to become a personal trainer. If you haven't done so already, be sure to take the quiz over at PTPioneer.com on the main homepage in order to assess which certification is best suited for you. If you want some additional study materials, head over to traineracademy.org. They offer an exam pass guarantee, so check that out in the links in the description below. And as always, guys, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck studying, and we'll see you guys in the next video.